Is your Subaru Forester's check engine light driving you crazy? Misfire codes flashing, but your car runs just fine? This is Motorcar Parts of America, the aftermarket automotive experts. And if you're frustrated by this and want to learn how to fix it, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We've got the answers you need. Today, along with ASE certified master mechanic Nelson Davis, we're diving into a mystery that's baffling Subaru owners and even some mechanics. The answer might not be what you expect, and it could save you a ton of unnecessary repairs. Stay tuned for the fix that will have your Subaru's check engine light good to go. It's a simple solution, but one most people miss.
So today we're going to look at an issue that can occur on certain Subaru Foresters 2014 through 2017 model year. So these vehicles may come into your shop, and the customer may complain that the MIL or malfunction indicator lamp on the instrument cluster is illuminated. Now, at that particular point, typically when a customer has that sort of complaint on their vehicle, your next step is usually to take it for a test drive and then eventually hook up a scan tool to see what's causing the MIL light to illuminate. And in this particular case, you may find that there are some misfire codes stored in the PCM. It can be a cylinder-specific misfire code stored, a P0301, P0302, P0303, or a P0304 since it's a four-cylinder engine. It may even perhaps have a P0300 random misfire code stored in the PCM. So any or all of those could be stored in the PCM, indicating a potential cylinder misfire issue. Now obviously with that type of complaint, you're going to want to test drive the car as I mentioned, and pay attention to how it runs. If in fact the vehicle is running poorly, it hesitates, it stumbles, maybe it has a rough idle, maybe it stalls, maybe it has a lack of power. In those situations, then obviously there's a misfire occurring, and you're going to want to follow standard routine procedures for identifying what's causing the cylinder misfire to occur on that vehicle. Whether it's an ignition problem, a fuel system problem, perhaps even a mechanical problem with one of the cylinders affecting the compression in the engine, an air leak, vacuum leak. Again, the standard typical routine causes for a cylinder misfire. You want to try to identify what's causing that. Now, if the vehicle should happen to come in and it's running great, you take it for a test drive, it idles smooth, there's no hesitation, it doesn't stall, it seems to have plenty of power. In other words, it seems to be running great, yet you have these misfire codes stored in the PCM. That's when you may want to look at this other particular issue that may contribute to what we're calling those phantom or false misfire codes displayed. Some Subarus, like I said, Subaru Foresters 2014 through 2017, can have this particular issue. And in fact, Subaru has issued a technical service bulletin pertaining to this particular issue on these vehicles. And it turns out that the original alternator that came on the vehicle and the clutch pulley assembly may be defective. And that may be causing some harshness, some vibration, some roughness, maybe even some belt slippage in the accessory drive belt system. And that can then falsely trigger the crankshaft position sensor into displaying and storing and causing a misfire code to be stored in the PCM. So they've actually come up with, in this service bulletin, an upgraded alternator and clutch pulley assembly, also a replacement belt tensioner for the accessory drive belt system to help maintain proper tension on that belt, and also a replacement accessory belt. By replacing those components, it eliminates this phantom or false misfire code from being generated due to that harshness and that slippage and that vibration that occurs in the accessory drive belt system and causing the crankshaft position sensor into triggering this false misfire code. Now, as I mentioned, it only occurs on the original alternator that came on the vehicle from the factory, and it's pretty easy to identify whether or not this update has been done or not by a Subaru dealer, for instance. So the original alternators and clutch pulley assemblies that had this problem, the clutch pulley it's going to be dark black in color. It's going to have a coating or painting and it's black in color, the clutch pulley assembly on this vehicle. If it has the updated alternator and clutch pulley assembly, as you can see, is silver or metallic in color.
There you have it. Your Subaru is misfire-free and you're ready to hit the road. Hit the like button and subscribe for more car care tips. Share this video with a friend who needs it.